Welcome, excuse me, welcome to daily recap of September 21st, 2020. So let's just go through what happened. I'm just gonna, 1 second, just line these up with their respective. No, this is cool. So yesterday, super clean. GJ, we said price's first target for sales was 134, and that we rechased up to 135.5. But price wasn't able to do that. Instead, it created a lower high at 135.200 right before London session. So this move was a liquidity grab, right? That liquidity grab, and then we can go and see that price started 5 minutes started topping out, and even 1 minute was hella clean. I missed the perfect entries, but excuse me, but I got in at this area. It's a bit hard. Okay, so you see how 1 minute started right at 135.200, right? So a lot of like 1 minute price action, topping off, lower high, and then we got just a massive push down in a couple minutes. So I entered over here, although it's a bit lower than 135.2. Once I got confirmation, because I just wanted to be sure that we weren't gonna go um, up to 135.5, which is what I thought would happen. That would be a liquidity grab and that go down. But I guess since we consolidated throughout the entire week, we had enough order flow that we didn't need to go up to 135.5 to grab more liquidity. There was enough sellers that we grabbed at 135.200. And then as you can see, this was the first target, 134.6, and I secured for 6.2% over here. I didn't leave a runner because I had my take profit, and all of a sudden my take profit got smashed. So I didn't even get a chance to move my takes. This candle just immediately, like 3:30 a.m., which is 30 minutes after London Open, I was done. And I was only on the charts for an hour, 2 hours and 30 minutes. So once that level broke, then we got several retests. We got one retest right here, this 5 minute candle, and then you knew the next level that we were aiming for was 134 due to this price action right here, right? You see several taps here at this level. So let's check out lower time frames and see how this price action. So once we got here, could have taken another sell here. So from up here, sorry, let me just explain this. So 135.105 down here. So 50 pips, and my stop loss was like 12 pips, 2. So 1 to 4 risk reward ratio, which is amazing. 6%, pretty good. And then you see price broke below the low that we created on Thursday from the bank rate decision, and then retested. Look how nicely 1 minute retest. 1 minute retested. You see so much bearish momentum, right? So you know that it's going to continue. Retest, create another lower high after creating this low, and then we reach 134, which would have been a good target. And that was 114 pips. Let's even go 120 pips within 3 a.m. to 4. An hour, 15 minutes, and there was 114 pips, okay? So what we can expect next is that I said that bearish pressure should continue once 134.00 breaks, right? So if, where's daily? Daily breaks below here, or if it doesn't, maybe the next one can retrace up a little, find resistance, and then continue down, right? So 4 hour might look something like this, up, and then we'll retest and then continue down, right? So you could sell here or sell wherever we find resistance for the liquidity grab. 30-minute right now is just consolidating, right? It's consolidating below like 134 and 134.200. So it's also possible it goes up a bit, right? And then goes down in lower time frames. And then once you see it going down, you can get it on the retest of like 134. And then our next target, there's one intraday target, and then so this is our overall target right now. So second target for sales is 132. And just in case, there's also this price action right here, which is 133 exactly, you see? So when price was pushing up earlier, it came down for liquidity, created a higher low here, and then continued up. So this higher low is still valid market structure. And you can even extend it out a bit and see that even here, like see there's wicks, candles closing below, and then we continue down. So this is definitely a solid level to take profit at. So, oops. So this could be after we sell off again, this could be the next target. And then you can, once this is reached, leave a runner because your entries would have been up here 100 pips. And then most likely not going to retrace 100 pips up. And then price can go down to 132, which is our next target, okay? GBP CAD, super clean too. All pound pairs did the same move. This was the liquidity grab. Happened at the same time. So after 2 a.m., an hour before London Open, grabbed liquidity. And I'll show you how 1 minute price action was. I thought that the price was going to go up to this resistance, but essentially this was the high, lower high, and another lower high, right? So, and then we had the drop. So bullish intraday trend line broke, right? And now what I said was TL needs to break first, TL needs to break first before possible bearish market structure, right? And then we would have to break 1.69800 level before continuing down. So essentially it would have to create a lower high and then break and then create another lower high, right? So we, price broke the trend line right after. So I'll show you 1 minute, how 1 minute was. So knowing that we were bearish for the week, right? Bearish analysis, bullish wasn't in play until this level broke. So there's no reason to be looking for buys. Topped, create a lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. Trend line broke. As soon as trend line broke, this was a lower high, and then the next low was made. Just from the trend line to here, this is 60 pips. Okay, so looking at it, this was super clean. It wasn't the cleanest, but this is still, and look, it tapped around number 1.7100, right? It wasn't the cleanest because it wasn't at a level, but none of them, it was just, they grabbed their liquidity, their light liquidity, and then they fell down. And look where it fell down to previous low, which was 1.69800. So maybe something like this will happen and then continue like the analysis we said, or even a bit higher, retest this like candle bodies on 4 hour before going down. Okay, so right now price is doing some lower time frame bullish structure, so we're gonna have to wait and see where price turns around from. Essentially lower high made a low. This level, once this level breaks here, right, this level breaks, then we can easily retest and fall down, and this could be our first target, and then we can aim for the lows. Okay, GBP, that was, let's just say we entered at after this 15-minute candle. Okay, you got your confirmation, bearish pressure kicking 100 pips, stop loss above the previous one, 13 pips, 1 to 7.5. okay, GBP AUD. So GBP AUD, we were expecting price safe sells once this level breaks. Need to break bearish trend line 2 for possibility of the bearish scenario. So let's see what GBP did. GBP AUD did. So GBP AUD broke the level. Looked like it broke the level. Looked like it broke the trend line as well. We'll check out what happened here. So as you can see, price did the same thing. This was less clean than the other ones. The same thing, came down to our level off this 4 hour market structure. I guess I can move this a bit down and readjust it to something like here. And so price came down, unable to close below it. You see the next 15-minute, the next like 30-minute candle just closed above, and then we just continued up. So lower time frame should have told you, if you were looking for sells, it wouldn't have worked out in your favor, because look, we created a low and then you saw a small 1 minute bullish market structure printing, right? So this was a key indication that we were going to go down. So let's say you did take a sell, okay? I don't want you holding and ignoring the bullish market structure that's printing in 1 minute, right? Because look, create a high, then retest to create another high, and then now we're creating bullish market structure, right? So this didn't work out that well. That's why I love GJ and GCAD, because they're much cleaner than this pair. But this doesn't mean that it's now just going to go bullish, right? We just have to wait and see what happens. We'll evaluate the bullish bias if this level breaks, right? So if this level breaks, we'll reevaluate it. But it's possible it could just be creating a lower high and then it actually continues down, you know. But just watching, all the analysis are still posted, so all their links are in the description below. We'll be watching what happens. Okay, eyes on all GBP pairs. Thanks for watching. Yeah, have a good day. Clean day in the markets.